Hey. Yesterday you were walking with your husband at the mall, right? You guys seem to be getting along pretty well. You're still superficial, huh? What? What do you mean at the mall? I mean, who are you? Who indeed? Take a guess. I'll give you a hint. All of your boyfriends are mine in the end. No way, Lily? Bingo! I thought I blocked you 3 years ago. Why are you texting me? That's terrible. I can't believe you blocked your own sister. Mom and Dad have cut ties with me. When I asked for your contact information, they ignored me. I had to create a separate account just to be able to contact you. Besides, please call me sis like you used to. I don't want to do that. Why not? I don't think of you as my sister anymore. You took my husband away from me. I'll never forgive you. You're so cold. Are you still mad at me, Linda? It's been 3 years. Forget about the past. I can't believe you're still holding on to it. You're so vindictive. Lily, you seduced my husband when I wasn't looking. Anybody would be bitter if their life was ruined. And instead of showing any remorse, you're talking about it like it was some kind of achievement. I don't even want to think that such an insane person is my sister. Well, what can you do? It's your fault for letting your guard down. If you didn't want to lose your husband, you should have raised your game as a woman. Just because you're married doesn't mean you can take it easy. A nice girl like me will take him away. Well, in a way, I'm grateful to you. Before we were able to have kids, I realized that my ex-husband was the kind of scum who would fall for someone like you. Don't talk like that. It's natural for a man to choose a beautiful woman over an ugly one. But actually, you're not doing bad. After I took your husband, I thought you'd be so disappointed you'd abandon being a woman. But then you got a new husband and went on a date with him at the mall. Oh, you were talking about that earlier. I think you may have the wrong person. I haven't been to the mall. Maybe it's a lookalike. Don't lie, Linda. I saw it with my own eyes. There's no way I could have mistaken you and your husband. Husband? You know my husband? Of course I do. Roy, right? Roy? Yeah, I know him. Roy is so cool. He's a famous band member who tours overseas. Come on, Linda. You're pretty good for a dull girl in her twilight years, aren't you? I can't believe that in no time you're married to a super hot band member. I don't know what you're going on about, but Roy is... But I'm so sorry. Huh? I took Roy away from you. And you know what? I'm pregnant with his child. What? What do you mean? Didn't you get married to Alan who you stole from me? I did get married, right? But we broke up soon after. What? You're divorced already? It's not that surprising, is it? Divorces are nothing unusual nowadays. It's only natural for people to break up when their love has cooled off. When you say cooled off, in your case, you even stole my husband away from me to get married. That's how much you loved Alan, isn't it? Mom and Dad couldn't forgive you for stealing your sister's husband away from her. They even banned you from the house. Of course, I liked Alan at first. But after a year together, I got bored. Bored? When we were dating behind your back, it was fun and thrilling. But when he was all mine, it wasn't much fun. Alan was just an ordinary guy, you know. To be honest, it was boring to be with him. You ruined someone's family. You're such a terrible person. I'm so sorry. I used Alan like he was disposable. I should have returned him to you before throwing him away. No thanks. I don't even like Alan anymore. Yeah, I understand. You love your new husband Roy, don't you? But too bad. I got Roy for myself. I'm pregnant with the child of yet another husband I stole from you. I love being able to make your life miserable. That man is not my husband. Huh? What's wrong with you, Linda? It's just too much of a shock. You don't even know who your own husband is? No, he's really not my husband. But you were walking at the mall. I saw it perfectly. That's why I came up with the idea of contacting you. You didn't even know that you lost your husband to me, your sister, again. I wanted to tell the truth to my stupid sister who believed Roy's superficial attitude without knowing that she had lost her husband to me again. I'm really a kind sister.
So that's all wrong? Listen to people for a minute. You've just been rambling on by yourself. I really don't understand what you're talking about.
I see. Poor Linda.
Huh?
You don't want to admit that your sister took your husband. That's why you're trying so hard not to face reality.
I think I'm looking at reality though. By the way, where did you meet Roy?
My friend invited me to a party and Roy was there. I hadn't seen you for years. I didn't even know whether you were married or not. At first, I just thought he was a really cool guy. But when I sat down next to him and talked to him, I got a big shock. He was your husband. I immediately went after him.
Oh, I see.
It's a small world, isn't it? I'm sorry. I'm always getting people precious to you. I'm sorry you have to struggle having a beautiful sister. But that's how the world works. The only reason for an ugly sister to exist is to give a man to her beautiful sister.
You really are insane, aren't you? But more importantly, are you sure you're okay with Roy?
There you go, being tough again. I'm sure your husband will divorce you sooner or later. So bow out gracefully. I have his child in me. I need him to be a good father for our family in the future.
Be a good father, huh?
You and Roy don't have a child yet, right? Give up on him and find another husband. You're already 31 years old. You're not going to be able to get another one soon if you keep waiting around.
You know what, Lily? Let me ask you something. Why do you think Roy was my husband?
What? He told me himself.
Roy?
He said, Linda is my wife. But I'm your sister and I'm prettier, so he's switching.
I see.
That's why you lost to me. But anyway, there's no way you can beat me. If you want to hate me, hate yourself for being born ugly, not me.
I've always wondered, why do you go after my boyfriends and husbands? Ever since we were students, whenever I had a boyfriend, you tried to steal him away.
It was payback.
What? Payback? Why do I have to get payback from you? What did I do wrong?
Huh? You don't even know it? This is why I hate you so much. Okay, listen to me carefully. You've always been good at school and sports since we were a child. All the teachers liked you. I've always been compared to you, and it's always been frustrating for me.
That's not my fault, is it?
Why isn't it? You're an ugly girl, and yet you're treated so well because you're a little bit talented. I'm a beautiful woman who really deserves to be cherished, and I've been neglected. In other words, because of your existence, I was treated unfairly. I had a difficult childhood because of you, you know? Do you know how I felt? Do you understand how hard it was to be constantly compared and told that I wasn't as good as my sister?
Yes, it may have been hard to be compared, but you always tried to take the easy route. You never put any effort into your studies or sports. You were always skipping school. I wasn't born with talent. I worked harder than anyone else, and that's how I got my results.
There you go. You told me to work hard. That kind of honor student attitude pisses me off.
What? What the heck? Don't take it out on me.
Here, you're acting like an honor student again. That kind of attitude has been tormenting me. I've been a total failure at everything I do. The only thing I was better at than you was my face. I used my beauty as a weapon to steal your boyfriends.
I'm so stunned. So you were competing with me for such a stupid reason.
When I saw your frustrated face after you lost your boyfriend, I couldn't help but feel a sense of accomplishment.
You're a very black-hearted girl.
But don't worry, I'm satisfied with having your husband's child. I'll end my revenge now. I want to get married before the baby is born. Linda, just admit defeat and divorce your husband.
I'm not even married yet, and you're asking me to divorce him?
Roy also wants to get divorced with you. He wants to be my husband for the sake of our unborn child. What a kind and family-oriented person. He's the singer of a famous band. has a high social status, and is kind to his family. He's too good for you.
Just in case, I'm going to tell you something. I haven't been to the mall. Even if Roy was with a woman, it wasn't me. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Can't you accept reality yet? Roy and I love each other, and we are going to have a baby. You may not want to give up your hot husband, but we need to get married as soon as possible.
Ugh.
I heard from a friend that if you register a marriage after the baby is born, it's a hassle to get recognition and all that.
I guess so.
That's why I want you to leave your husband as soon as possible. In exchange, when the baby is born, you'll be the first one I tell.
You don't have to call me.
Don't be shy. You want to see pictures of the baby, don't you?
I don't need to see them.
Don't say that. It's me and Roy's baby. I'm sure he's going to be very cute. I'll send you lots of pictures. Please look forward to it. Linda, you're like a big sister sometimes, aren't you?
What? What do you mean?
You divorced him right away, didn't you? Thanks to you, Roy and I are now a married couple. That's great. To be honest, I was nervous about whether you would leave him before I had the baby. But you're so kind, Linda. Stepped down gracefully for your sister's sake. I'll pay you some compensation.
I'm not divorced and I don't want compensation.
What? Why are you lying now? Do you regret leaving him now?
I didn't leave him.
Are you trying to be tough again? Roy said he was single now. He's single because you divorced him, right? I'm sure of it. We were able to do all the paperwork at the municipal office for the marriage. If he was still married, we wouldn't have been able to do it. Since we were able to register the marriage, that means he got a divorce, right?
You really got married to Roy?
That's right.
I think it's going to be pretty hard from here on out, but good luck.
What? What do you mean pretty hard? He's a successful, top-notch band member. He's going on a 10-stop overseas tour this year and has fans all over the world. I'm going to have a celebrity life, not a hard one.
Oh yeah, celebrity.
That's why I can pay you as much as you want. Roy is the one paying though, not me. He said he's grateful to you for divorcing him so quickly. I'm sure he will pay it.
I don't want compensation.
Why not? I stole your husband away from you. You have the right to demand compensation from me.
I think you're mistaken about that. Anyway, I can't accept it. Besides, I don't think Roy can afford it.
What are you talking about? He's a world-famous artist. He can afford to pay you compensation. You don't have to be so stubborn. Well, if you ever need money, just let me know. You're divorced and on your way to poverty. You don't have to be shy.
Okay.
Newborn babies are really cute. Roy and I are in love. I wonder if it looks even cuter because it's the child of the husband who I stole from you. Linda, I know you're frustrated, but don't ignore me. Don't you have at least a word of congratulations for your sister?
First of all, congratulations on the birth of your baby. Just to be clear once again, that man is not my husband.
Huh?
I haven't told you this yet because you've just been talking one-sidedly. I have a husband and a child. Of course, he's not Roy, he's someone else.
You've already remarried? If you have a child, does that mean his child? How could you remarry so soon after I took Roy away from you? What kind of a trick did you use on him? Being ugly?
That's not it at all. I got married to my current husband a year after Alan and I divorced. Our child is 1 year old now.
Wait a minute. So, Roy really wasn't your husband?
That's what I've been saying all along.
But Roy said you were his wife.
That's the problem, isn't it? He has a habit of telling lies.
So, you're saying Roy was lying to me?
It's true that after I divorced Alan, I started going out with Roy, who was introduced to me by a friend. But we were together only for a short time, and we broke up soon. Of course, we never got married.
But that's not right. There's no reason for Roy to lie about being your husband.
I don't know why either, but if I were to guess, he has a desire for me to be his wife. So maybe that's why he said that to you.
What do you mean?
When I broke up with Roy, he made a big fuss asking me not to leave him. He wanted to marry me. Even after we broke up, he followed me around for a while. After I started dating my current husband, he stopped chasing me.
Oh no! So you're saying that I didn't steal your husband away?
I'm afraid so. I was surprised. We had only been dating for a little over a month. I can't believe he called me his wife. I'm also horrified that Roy is still obsessed with me.
Linda, you should have told me that earlier. I was so happy to think I'd succeeded in plundering you.
But it's a good thing he's my ex-boyfriend after all. A conceited guy and a woman who steals her sister's husband. A crazy couple, and I think you're perfect for each other.
This is not good. It's no fun if it's a guy who's already broken up with you.
Well, let me ask you. So you're saying if you knew he wasn't my husband, you wouldn't have married him?
No, that's not true. Because Roy is a famous band member. It's too bad he wasn't your husband. But anyway, I got a rich, handsome artist. I'm happy with that. No matter what you say, it doesn't change the fact that I'm now the wife of a celebrity. Not like you, who married a guy that just goes to a 9-to-5 office job.
That's the thing. Lily, do you believe he's a famous band member?
Wait, is that a lie too?
Bingo! Roy probably said I'm a famous band member. Lily, have you ever been to one of his performances? Have you seen him on TV or on the internet?
Well, I've never seen him on TV or online. But he plays in a rock band, which is a genre I don't usually listen to. It's not surprising that I don't know him.
They're famous enough to tour overseas, but you don't know them. Then what's the name of Roy's band? Have you ever looked them up on the internet or something?
I don't know the name of his band. He said he doesn't want to tell me because he's embarrassed.
Well, I'm sure that would be embarrassing. They're a bottom-of-the-barrel band that doesn't sell.
What? Bottom of the barrel? What do you mean?
They say there are times when there are no people at their live shows. Even when they upload their songs to video sites, the number of views is always in the single digits.
What?
So he's not a famous band member, but a self-proclaimed band member. He's actually a poor part-timer.
A part-timer?
Did you really think Roy was a famous band member?
Because Roy, he's practicing his singing hard.
On the contrary, he's doing nothing but practicing, right? I broke up with him because he was intent on becoming a freeloader.
A freeloader?
He kept saying he would be famous someday. It's fine to have a dream. But in reality, he's a part-timer living off his parents' money. Even if it's a part-time job, it's fine if you're earning enough to feed yourself. But in Roy's case, he has no intention of becoming independent. He wanted to marry me, but I didn't want to support a dreamy freeloader.
Wait a minute. So he married me because he wanted me to support him?
Probably. After all, you are a full-time employee. He said if he got married, he wouldn't have to work. And then he could devote himself to the band. And since we're on the subject, if I know Roy, I'm sure he has other women out there.
Huh?
He is a liar, a freeloader, and a cheater. He's really beyond help. He was two-timing me while we were together. You said before that you saw me and him at the mall, right? That means he was at the mall with a woman other than me. You said they seemed pretty friendly, right? That means...
Oh no, you're terrible, Linda.
Why me?
If you had told me about Roy's true identity at first, I wouldn't have gone after him.
I warned you at first, remember? I told you to think about what was going on because I wasn't the one at the mall.
How am I supposed to know if you talk like that? You should have said it more clearly.
Why do I have to go out of my way to make it clear? I told you I will never forgive you for stealing my husband. I've already been more than nice enough to you. Besides, you married him because you like the handsome Roy, right? You should support him even if he is a freeloader.
It's true that Roy is handsome,
But being good looking alone is not enough to make a living. I just had a baby and I can't support my husband by myself. I don't know if it's too late for that. Either you do your best to make some money or get Roy to work too. You and your husband should work diligently and become real people. If you're having a baby, I think it's a good opportunity for you to change. I don't want to. I thought I stole a handsome celebrity husband, but he's a freeloading, cheating part-timer. I'm really sad that my sister tricked me and put me in this situation. I knew your existence was what made me unhappy. I'll take your husband away from you even now. I don't think that's possible. What do you mean? We're living overseas. What? Overseas? My company is going to open a new overseas branch. I was chosen as a member of the startup team, and my whole family moved with me. The apartment we're moving to is very secure. I don't think you would ever make it in. Oh no! Oh, this is horrible, Linda! Please, come and help me! What am I going to do now? Don't ask me. Well then, good luck taking care of your baby and your husband. Lily questioned Roy about the band and his affair, but got into a big fight with him. But she still couldn't break up with him because they have a child, so they are continuing their relationship. Roy is still pursuing his dream of being in a band and not working, and Lily is supporting the family on her own. Roy is tired of Lily and is having an affair, and the family is on the verge of collapse. I live with my husband, I'm busy setting up the overseas branch and supporting our lovely daughter. I don't think Lily will ever mess with us again. I will be able to live in peace.
I'm at the airport. I'm leaving for Beverly Hills in 30 minutes. I'm really excited. I've worked so hard to look good for my wedding. All I have to do now is enjoy it. I heard from Bob that you've been working really hard on losing weight. You've always been pretty, but I'm glad you've become even prettier. I'm leaving in a few hours. What? Are you planning to come too? Of course I plan to, but I'm really looking forward to your wedding. It's hilarious that you're really planning to come. Why? It's my son's wedding. Of course I've been invited. Even though it's an overseas wedding, there will be a few guests. And as a mother, I want to greet them properly. That's not necessary. You want us to take care of you when you get older, right? That's why you've been flattering me, telling me I'm beautiful. That's funny. I didn't mean to flatter you. And I don't expect you to take care of me when I get older at all. That's a lie. It's so obvious. What makes you think that? Because you're a single mother who hasn't remarried yet. You can't make much money because you are a single mother, and you don't have much savings either, do you? So, you are going to ask your son to help you. To do that, you thought you had to flatter me, your son's wife, didn't you? I'm so quick to recognize this kind of thing. I think you've got it all wrong. I earn a decent amount of money, and I have a decent savings. So I'm not trying to get my son to help me. I'm not trying to flatter you either. Okay, if you insist. I feel sorry for women who aren't popular. They're so stubborn. I can't stand the thought of spending my old age alone. Did I offend you? No. Then why are you so sarcastic? The last time I saw you, you were a really nice girl who cared about my health. What happened to you? You used to call me by my first name. I've realized what you're trying to do. I don't want you to take advantage of us. I felt I had to say what I thought clearly. We don't want to give you the money we worked so hard to earn. So I have no intention of taking any of your money. And I don't deserve to be mocked because I'm a single mom. So back to the point. Are you trying to tell me not to come to your wedding? That's what I'm saying. I mean, not just the wedding. I don't want you to get involved with us anymore. What? Don't get involved? You still don't get it? You're really slow, aren't you? In other words, I'm asking you to cut ties with us. Cut ties? You're kidding, right? Because if we don't cut it off now, we'll look like the bad guys for not helping you when you're in real trouble, won't we? So I thought it would be better to cut off our relationship while you're still in good health. The relationship with in-law is just a hassle to take care of, isn't it? And does my son know how you feel? I haven't told him yet, but I think he'll understand. Because he's in love with me. He'll listen to anything I say. Don't you think I'm nice? Because I'll feel bad if I tell you after you come here. That's why I'm telling you while you're in Japan. I have to leave soon, too, or I'll miss my flight. Did you really mean what you said earlier? It's obvious, isn't it? I can't lie about this kind of thing. I don't mind if you come, but I don't think you'll be able to enter the venue. If that's okay, you can come as you like. Hey. You told me not to come, but it's my son's wedding. I'm here in Beverly Hills. Finally, the day of the wedding. I thought you guys were supposed to pick me up at the airport at 8. That's why I stayed near the airport. I've been waiting for half an hour. Where are you now? If you're going to be late, it would be great if you could give me a call. I told Bob that I was going to pick you up. But I met up my friend at 7:50. I can't pick you up because there are no seats available. We just arrived at the wedding venue, so I can't go back there again. I warned you not to come to the wedding. It's your fault. 7:50. You told me 8, and your plan was to not let me in the car from the beginning. Yep. Left alone at the airport, that's hilarious. But I'm not evil, so if you walk to the ceremony, I'll let you attend. Walking? It takes 30 minutes to drive there, doesn't it? The ceremony will start before I get there. From the airport, it'll take at least 3 hours. Then, why don't you just run? If you run, it won't take more than 2 hours, right? Oh no. You don't have to come if you don't want to. I'd be happier if you don't come. Okay, you want me to walk. That's fine. What? You're really going to walk? You're the one who suggested it. I don't have time for this. I have to go. Okay, bye. Bye, good luck. Susan, I'm sorry. Where are you now? I'm going to pick you up. It'll take me about 30 minutes, so please go into a store or something and wait for me. What's the change? You were calling me Miss White. And now you call me by my first name. And you told me to walk over here, didn't you? I don't understand why you're suddenly going to pick me up. You're not going to pick me up, are you? You can't trick me. I'll walk. if I run once in a while, I can get there in 2 hours.
That's not true. I'll pick you up, I promise. I'm sorry. Can you please forgive me being rude earlier?
What happened?
You told Bob that I told you to walk, didn't you?
I did. Because if I hadn't arrived at the ceremony, he would have been worried, right?
You sent him our texts. I have never seen him so angry.
You're the one who sent me messages that might get you in trouble.
That's true, but...
You don't need to pick me up.
Please, don't say that. If I don't go pick you up now, he will give up on me.
I just got a call from Bob, and it looks like he's on his way to the airport. So, I don't need you.
Oh no. He usually says he loves me. He listens to everything I say. But he got mad and yelled at me, and it really scared me. It was like he was a different person.
I can't help but wonder why you don't think Bob would get angry with you.
Huh?
Look, no matter how much you don't like me, I'm his only parent. His father died in a car accident. I raised him alone. I've put him before everything else. He understands that, and he appreciates it. He's a really good kid. When he told me he had a girl he wanted to marry, I was so happy when he brought you. I was so happy that he had found a beautiful, nice girl to marry. I had no idea that you were actually mean, who only cared about yourself. But if he still wants to marry you because he loves you, I wouldn't stop him. It's his life. But to marry you without knowing who you are and being deceived, I felt so sorry for him that I sent him a screenshot of the text. It's natural for a parent to want their son to be happy, isn't it? You understand?
I do.
And I didn't want you to worry about it, so I didn't tell you, but the money for the wedding and this trip, I paid all of it.
What?
You think I'm poor, but I can afford it. Of course, my son said he'd pay for it himself. You need more money from now on. I wanted to do this because it's a big day for you. But now I'm not so sure. I can't be happy for him right now.
I didn't know anything. I'm so sorry. You're not going to cancel the wedding, are you? I'm really sorry. Can you please tell Bob to forgive me?
I don't want to. You're not a child. Convince him yourself. I told you before. I respect his feelings.
But I haven't been able to reach him.
Keep trying. Or just give up.
I don't want to do that.
Anyway, it's no use talking to me. I'm on his side.
Okay, I'll talk to him.
Mom, I'm sorry. I just can't forgive her. I'm going to cancel the wedding. I have to talk to the people at the wedding venue and explain the situation to the guests. I can't pick you up right now. I'll call you when I get settled. Maybe you can go back to the hotel. Or go to a cafe or somewhere relaxing, okay?
Sorry, I missed your call. She contacted me and was persistent that I ask you to forgive her.
That's impossible. I'll never forgive her.
Well, that's a relief. I've decided not to interfere with your decision, but honestly, I was hoping that you would cancel the wedding. It would be hard for me to support you now that I know who she really is.
You know, you really saved my life. If it weren't for that text, I would have never known who she really was. I would have had the wedding. I really appreciate it. I still have a long way to go. I never thought I couldn't read people. Mom, you raised me all by yourself. I thought I could finally let you go free. I never thought I'd cause you trouble again.
Bob, you did nothing wrong. You're the one who's suffering the most, so don't worry about me. Really, it's a good thing you found out her true nature before the wedding. Really, don't worry about me. If you apologize sincerely, your guests will understand. I'll apologize to her family too.
Thank you. Actually, she's been cheating on me for a long time. I really can't forgive her.
Bob? What happened?
It's not something we can text. I'll talk to you directly later. I'll call you when things calm down over here.
Susan, just when I thought Bob came back to me, he says he's going to cancel the wedding. Susan, I'm coming to get you. Will you persuade him with me? Please.
Of course not. I'm already back at the hotel. I've told you many times, I respect his wishes. I'm relieved to hear that he is canceling the wedding. As a parent, I'd be worried about him marrying someone like you.
Oh no, I'm really sorry. I will change from now on, so please give me one more chance.
You reap what you sow. Don't be a baby. I'm tired. I'm going to lie down for a bit. Bye.
Oh no, Susan.
Do you have a second?
I can't believe you contacted me. You've forgiven me. It's okay to reschedule. I want to have a wedding with Bob. If you approve, I'm sure Bob will forgive me too.
Bob told me everything yesterday.
What?
Don't play dumb. You should know what you are doing.
What?
I heard you've been cheating on him for a long time. I heard that your affair partner came to your wedding venue. How can I let my precious son marry such a woman? Don't be ridiculous.
No, it's a misunderstanding.
Huh? Misunderstanding? I've seen many pictures of you dating. What misunderstanding?
He and I were just having fun. But when we decided to get married, I told him I wanted to break up with him. I wasn't serious with him. I swear I won't see him ever again.
You know, maybe you weren't serious. But he was serious enough to come to the US, right? And being serious would have been better. You were seeing someone else while you were dating my son.
I swear I'll never cheat on him again. I'm sorry.
You know, you keep saying you're sorry. Do you expect me to forgive you? If everyone forgives you by just saying sorry, we won't have the police. I have no intention of letting you see my son again. You should pay for the wedding cancellation fee. You caused this.
Oh no. Bob makes good money. I quit my job so that he could support me. I haven't saved any money at all. I don't have any money.
So? Then you should have cared more about us. Right? Didn't you understand that? Besides, you told me not to depend on my son. You told me not to rely on my son's money. You were the one who relied on my son's money, not me. I don't give a shit if you're in trouble. I just think you deserve it, so you should pay for it even if it means going into debt. And not just the wedding money, but the alimony for the affair.
Oh no.
If you keep resisting, I'm going to get a lawyer. I'm going to fight it tooth and nail. And of course, my son is on the same page.
Lawyer, please don't.
I'll never forgive you for making fun of me, for betraying my son. I'll make you regret it. We've come all the way to Beverly Hills. I'm going to enjoy the sights a little more. When we go back home, you'd better be ready.
Oh no, it wasn't supposed to be like this.
I had never seen my son, who was always so kind and gentle, being angry like that. That's how upset he must have been to Janet. Through his lawyer, I was relieved to hear that he was able to claim the full amount of the wedding money and the alimony as he wished. I am sure Janet must be regretting what she has done right now. With her personality, it must be hard for her to find a job. But she deserves it. I was worried about my son's mental state. But I guess he thought it was no use dragging that woman with the worst personality on. He got over quickly and started dating a different woman a few months later. I went out to dinner with her the other night. She is a very friendly and good-natured girl and seems to get along well with my son. They are going to start living together and may get married soon. As for me, he always tells me,
It's okay for you to be happy too, Mom. You should think about your own happiness too.
So I have decided to move forward with the idea of remarrying. I thought that a matchmaking event was something I'd never go to, but my son told me about the party for middle-aged. I tried it the other day, and it was very fun for me, as I was just going back and forth between home and work. I hope to go to a few more parties and find a partner to share my life with.
Nicole. So, I got some trash in a package from you, and I'm wondering what it's about. Sending something like this to your mother-in-law? Don't you have any manners?
Trash? I don't remember sending anything like that. The only thing I sent recently was the photos from Abigail's school sports events.
Oh my gosh. Calling your daughter's photo trash? What a terrible mother.
Uh-huh. I didn't say that. You were the one who...
Just shut it. Every time you open your mouth, it's an excuse. Even though it was your precious daughter's important event, you took blurry photos. You haven't captured any of the important moments. You've trampled over Robert's and my desire to see our cute granddaughter.
Sorry, I tried using a new camera, so I wasn't used to it. I'll make sure to take better photos next time.
Her 6-year-old sports event only happens once. And she won the race, right? To miss such an important moment on camera and casually sending over trash-like photos is beyond nerve-wracking. Why didn't you practice more beforehand?
I did, but...
Seriously? Well, I've learned that if the person using it is a klutz, it turns into trash.
Sorry.
Thankfully, Michael took a good video. But instead of capturing the whole scene, focusing more on Abigail would have been better.
I'll let him know.
Just to be clear, I'm not saying he's bad. I'm sure he's deliberately shot the whole scene because he thought you'd focus on her. It's all your incompetent photography skills. Understand?
I'll practice with the camera.
It's really disappointing not being able to see it with my own eyes. Who would have thought Robert would throw his back out right before leaving the house? I was looking forward to the trip, but it was ruined because of him.
Is he feeling better now?
Yeah, after a few days of bed rest, he's back to normal and even went back to work.
That's great. I'm glad to hear that.
It's not good at all. When he was bedridden, he kept bothering me with this and that. It was driving me crazy. Just because of a minor backache, he was whining like a baby all the time, even at night. I couldn't sleep at all. I don't ever want to be in a position to take care of him in the future.
But he took really good care of you when you were sick, remember?
Why wouldn't he? I'm the one always taking care of the house chores. If I get sick, I'll need him to be useful for once. Anyway, when are you coming over next? I want to buy lots of toys for Abigail. She deserves a reward for winning the race.
I do appreciate how much you care for her, but she's already received more than enough. She's good for this year.
That's not for you to decide, is it? Christmas is coming up, you know. I still have plenty of gifts planned for this year.
She's been really into gaming lately, so she's not interested in toys anymore.
Well, how about we get her some clothes then? I keep up with the popular brands for kids these days, you know?
Geez, it's a waste to buy expensive stuff when she's just gonna outgrow them soon.
Wrong! If she starts wearing good stuff from a young age, she'll learn to appreciate quality.
That might be true, but Michael and I always feel bad because we constantly receive from you.
Then, change that mindset. I'm just doing what I want. I want to do anything for cute Abigail's sake. And it's normal to reward a kid who's worked hard, you know? She won the race, but she didn't get anything. That's just sad.
She did get something. I bought her favorite cupcakes.
Huh? Just that? A cupcake costs just a few dollars, right? Giving that as the first prize reward is way too stingy. With a stingy parent like you, her values might get messed up too. She's going to be a celebrity in the future. Even her food needs to be high class from now on.
A celebrity?
She's definitely going to be a star in the future. With her doll-like face and long legs, she's a perfect beauty. I've never seen such a beautiful girl.
She doesn't watch TV or movies, so I don't think she's considering being in showbiz.
Even if not as an actress, she's got the looks to stand on stage for sure. You know what? Why not have her try out for a kids modeling audition?
Well, she isn't interested in fashion. She just wants to play games whenever she can. Michael and I think she might become a creator or programmer in the future.
I guess personalities really do come from parents' genes and lifestyle, huh? You're always gloomy and totally out of fashion, you know. No wonder she stays indoors playing games and doesn't care about clothes.
I mean, she just started primary school.
Kids these days grow up fast, you know? You seem pretty clueless about these things. That's why I'm worried. She might get left behind by her classmates.
Don't worry, Susan. She has plenty of friends, and she loves going to school.
Your easygoing attitude scares me, you know? If she ever gets sad or bullied at school, it'll be your fault. It drives me crazy to think that such a cute girl gets mistreated because of you, lame mother. I'll take custody and raise her myself.
You're gonna take custody? Why would that even come up?
I'm the one who's actually thinking about her future, you know. If I decide I can't leave her with you, I'll raise her myself. If you don't like that, then step up and be a better parent to a young girl with so much potential.
Susan, do you have a moment? I have something I want to ask you.
Sure, what's up?
Did you buy the clothes you sent for Abigail?
Yup, sure did. It's from a popular brand for young girls. The pink frills are adorable, right? I think she'll look like a princess in them.
Thank you for that. But there was also a posing instruction sheet in there. What's that all about?
Exactly as you see it. She should wear the clothes I sent and take pictures in specified poses. Make sure she makes really cute expressions, okay? She's like everyone's idol, you know.
Idol?
Of course. My friends always go crazy saying how cute she is whenever they see her photos. And with her doll-like looks, they always suggest she should try showbiz.
I see.
On top of that, she's super popular on social media. Some people even mistake her for a child actor or model. Oh, and speaking of, I've been contacted by a few agencies. Of course, we're in, right?
What are you talking about?
The social media I've been using. I showcase her on there and the response is amazing. The clothes I bought for her were recommended by one of my followers. We make a deal to post pictures of her wearing them, so make sure to take good shots, okay?
Who did you make this deal with?
The person who recommended the brand to me. She's a huge fan. She even said she'd be a sponsor if Abigail debuted in showbiz.
Listen, Susan, Michael and I have decided not to post her pictures on social media. Can you please refrain from doing that without asking us first? If she found out about things like her fans or sponsors being talked about behind her back, she'd be creeped out, and I feel sorry for her.
Why would she find it creepy? They're just complimenting her, you know? She'd be happy about it.
But you haven't confirmed her consent, have you? Please delete the photos.
She's my granddaughter, you know? So it's fine to post family photos, isn't it? Or are you saying I'm not part of the family?
No, that's not what I'm saying. If she wants to share her photos herself, when she's a bit older, that's a different story. But in today's digital world, you never know what might happen.
Relax. The people who follow my account are all nice.
That doesn't change the fact that an unspecified number of people are looking at it, right?
Oh, stop being so paranoid. Anyway, we've already found a sponsor from those unspecified number of people, you know. Isn't that something to be happy about? She's practically guaranteed to become a star.
I absolutely don't want someone you met on social media to become her sponsor.
I understand you're worried because she's a rare beauty, but your passive, frugal mentality could ruin her future.
Please, Susan, I'm asking you. Delete her photos.
Oh, stop nagging. It's my account, so I can do what I want.
Also, I'll return the clothes you sent. We won't take any photos, and I don't think she'll wear them anyway. Truth is, she prefers boyish clothes over these girly outfits.
She's a girl. Of course she likes cute clothes. Wait, did you want a boy?
What?
You wanted a boy, but a girl came out. So you're trying to fulfill your desire by forcing her into boyish clothes?
Ugh, that's ridiculous. She's wearing what she wants.
You're such a terrible mother. I won't take orders from you. Just hurry up and send the photos. Otherwise, I'll spread rumors on social media about how I'm being bullied by my crappy daughter-in-law. Nicole, you're seriously beyond rude, you know that? Not coming back for Christmas is like saying we're not family.
That's not it at all. I've explained that Michael's job is too hectic to take days off. We won't make it for Christmas, but we'll definitely visit for the New Year.
I get that his job keeps him away, but Abigail's different. If you guys are not coming, then I'll come to you. We're all heading over there for the holidays this year.
Please don't. Our apartment isn't big enough to accommodate a large group like that.
Who cares? I absolutely hate the idea of not having Abigail around on Christmas. On top of that, Michael said he won't send photos anymore, you know? Not being able to see her or even her photos, it's like robbing me of my reason to live.
We would have sent photos if you hadn't kept posting them on social media after I asked you not to. I think it's unavoidable.
I bet you're bad-mouthing me and purposely giving him a bad impression of me, aren't ya?
I just told him the truth.
Fine, then just bring Abigail for Christmas. Since you're a housewife, you don't have any plans, right? You can make it, can't you?
But then Michael will spend Christmas alone.
He has to work, so no choice.
He can't make it there for the holidays, but he comes home every day. We'll spend Christmas as a family here. He's looking forward to putting presents in Abigail's stocking.
Stop fussing. This is final, got it? Otherwise, I'll seriously come over there.
Got it. I'll talk to him about it.
I'll make sure to get my way this time, even if he objects. You're bringing her over here. Get train tickets sorted out today. If you can't make it because you didn't get tickets, I'm going to make you regret it for the rest of your life. I'm sorry about how Christmas turned out for you. I totally forgot about your seat. Seriously, I can't stop laughing. Your sad little departure was hilarious. How pathetic.
You deliberately didn't prepare my seat, didn't you? I took it as you saying I'm not welcome.
Exactly. I only prepared enough food for my family anyway. You're just here to bring Abigail, right? So why would I offer a seat for you? How shameless of you.
Why do you hate me so much?
Huh? Why ask such an obvious question? I've despised you for ages because you're pathetic for a mother. If Abigail's raised by a lame woman like you, she'll be uncool before we know it. I have to save her before that happens. Starting now, she'll be raised in our home. I'll nurture her with cute clothes and delicious food to cultivate a sense of luxury. And of course, you'll pay child support. I don't like you, Grandma. Huh? Don't bully my mom. Wait, did you regress to infancy from the shock of losing your child? Aw, poor thing. Why doesn't Mom have a chair? You said if we came, we would have lots of delicious food. Is this Abigail? Yeah. Why? Weren't you at my house just now? When did you leave? I left while you were bad-mouthing Mom. You're so mean. Why do you say Mom's not family and that you don't like her? Don't talk bad about my mom. No, sweetheart. I just want her to be a better mom for you. If she isn't strong, you'll be in trouble, right? So I'm upset with her for your sake. I am not in trouble. My mom's the best in the world. She always makes delicious food. She's kind. She's cute. I stay with Mom and Dad. I don't want to stay at your house. Listen, sweetie, you're way cuter than your mom. No, I don't like you. You always say mean things. I'm sorry. It's a lie. I was just playing a prank on her. So, will you come back? Everyone wants to see your cute face. I'm sad without you too. I prepared cute clothes and delicious food for you. No way. Sweetie, please. I won't talk bad about your mom anymore. So can you please tell her to come back? I was wrong. I won't come to your house anymore. Never ever. Wait, Abigail. I don't want that. I'll buy everything you want. You can take any lessons you like too. So please don't say you won't come over. I love you so much. It's too sad not to see you anymore. It's your fault. And I don't really like the clothes you buy for me. I like pants and black or white cool clothes instead of pink frilly ones. Thinking girls only wear pink is so old and I don't like it. Mom buys the clothes I like, so I love her. You have no taste. Don't buy them anymore. Got it. Won't buy them anymore. Okay, Grandma. Bye-bye. Hey, Abigail, wait. Please forgive me.
Susan, it's Nicole. She gave me back my phone.
Nicole, please, come back right away. I want to apologize to her.
She's with me now. There's no way she'll come back to you. You said I'm not family. Instead of having a fun Christmas with my family at home, I had to come all the way to your place just to be treated horribly. This is outrageous. I've put up with you because you've been kind to Abigail. But if you're seriously trying to take her away, then we're done. We won't have anything to do with you. You won't see her either.
I apologize for that. I was just being a little mean, you know. You haven't sent me her photos for SNS either.
That's because you were posting her photos online without our consent. We asked you to delete them, but you kept posting new ones. So we stopped sending them.
Isn't it your idea to ask for them to be deleted? Abigail should be happy to get attention on SNS. We might find an agent for her. She could become a star.
Let me ask her then. She says, creepy, and don't like Granny. I suggest contacting you directly, but she refuses, saying she doesn't want to talk to you.
Okay. She doesn't like it either. Then I apologize. So please come back. I've been really looking forward to spending the holidays with her.
Well, maybe you should have stopped harassing me. She understands perfectly. She's been witnessing how you've been treating me, making fun of me, and leaving me out. You can't just pretend like none of that happened now.
As her mother, I just want you to try a little harder.
That's not it, right? It's been tough dealing with you ever since I got married.
I have this expectation for the woman marrying my son to be more proper. Every mother probably feels that way to some extent, right? But to think his wife is a stingy, gloomy woman, I can't just turn a blind eye.
Enough. I've talked to Michael, and from now on, we're cutting all ties with you.
Hold on. Why would you do that? I just want to see my granddaughter.
I appreciate that you care for her, but we have our own parenting principles. We can't keep up with you, always giving things or posting her photos on SNS without permission. You don't seem to think about her at all.
I care about her more than you do.
Then you should know her preferences a little better, right? She's been saying she doesn't need clothes and doesn't want to wear skirts for a while now. Yet you keep sending them. You're just sending what you think is good. You only think about yourself. That's the problem. She's sick of your selfish too. Considering others is a basic social skill even taught in primary school. We all dislike someone like you who can't even do that.
Understood. It's all my fault. So please, don't take away the fleeting happiness of an old woman.
I'm not family, so it doesn't matter, right? Besides, if I'm not family, then my daughter isn't either. Think of your beloved granddaughter as no longer existing. Goodbye.
I'm sorry. I was really in the wrong. I promise I won't be rude to you again. So please, let me see her again.
After that, Susan repeatedly apologized over WhatsApp and sent toys and clothes for Abigail as apologies. What she sent were pants, but they were still pink and frilly, not at all her style. We returned them along with a letter from her saying, "You have no taste. Don't send these anymore." She wants to choose and wear her own clothes. I'm amazed at how she completely failed to understand that. Originally, we were planning to visit my in-laws at the beginning of the year, but we canceled that too. Since then, we've been distant from them and living our own lives. If Abigail says she wants to see them, I'll consider taking her, but there's no sign of that happening anytime soon.
Nicole, where are you now?
Huh? I'm at work.
You abandoned the discussion and went to work?
Because if we keep arguing like that, I'm going to be late. I'm sorry, but I had to go to work while you went to the bathroom.
You coward. You want me to divorce you?
Huh?
If you run away from the discussion, I'm divorcing you this time.
Here we go again. You always say divorce as soon as we get into a fight. Frankly, I'm tired of hearing that.
I'm serious. If you don't want a divorce, come home right now.
I can't. I'm working right now. I'll talk to you when I get home. Can't you just wait till then?
If I wait for you, it'll be night. I'm off work today. You get the hell out of there now.
That's just so selfish.
Oh, so that's what you are, huh? You didn't love me from the beginning.
That's extreme. We got married because we love each other.
But you want to avoid me. That's why today you left me alone and ran away to the office, right?
I wouldn't say I ran away. I had to go to work. I couldn't help it.
Nicole, I'm serious. If you keep this up, we're really going to get divorced. You're fine with that?
Please don't say divorce so easily. I want to continue being with you, Kevin. We fight, but I've never wanted to leave you. That's why I'm so sad and hurt when you say you're divorcing me.
The cause of all our fights is you know?
What?
Take today, for example. When I forgot to wash the dishes, you complained so much about it. Why don't you do the dishes, you housewife?
We both work full-time, but you say you're not good at housework. That's why I do all the cooking, cleaning, and laundry by myself. Why can't I ask you to do the dishes? And I just said, don't forget to do it next time. I didn't complain.
That's the kind of attitude that pisses me off. You take it for granted that I do the housework.
I'm not taking it for granted, but can't you at least try to help me? I'm working too, you know.
Men and women have different quality of work. You're just doing chores that anyone can do. Don't talk so big.
Well,
that's enough. I'm pissed off, so I'm going to my parents' house today. I'll have dinner there, so you don't have to cook for me.
Okay. Well then, give my regards to your mother.
Hey, are you sure you want to do that?
Huh?
I'm asking if you're okay with this situation. You're not taking care of your husband and letting him go to his parents' house.
Because you said you wanted to go, so I can't help it.
You really can't read the room, can you? You should be desperate to stop me.
What?
You should be saying something like, I'll make you your favorite food for dinner, so don't go to your parents' house. You should be crying and begging me. Or I'll really divorce you, you know?
What a pain in the ass.
What?
All right. What do you want for dinner? I'll make it for you. So don't talk about divorce anymore.
Enough. I'm mad. I don't want dinner tonight.
What? So do you want dinner or not?
I'm going to my parents' house now. You better not call me and tell me to come home. I don't want to see your face for a while.
Yeah.
If you call me, I'm divorcing you.
Good evening, Nicole. May I have a word with you? Good evening, Rachel. What's wrong?
It's about Kevin.
Oh.
He said he's off work today, so he came over. I heard he had a fight with you again.
That's right.
And then he threw another tantrum and said he wanted a divorce, right? I'm so sorry for everything.
No, I'm sorry Kevin is always bothering you. He said he was going to have dinner at your place tonight. Is he still mad at me?
No, he was only mad at first. He's been playing on the computer all day.
I see.
I thought it was about time you came back from work. So I just sent him home now. Oh, I gave him lasagna to bring home so you can eat it if you want.
Thank you very much. I'm so glad because you make delicious lasagna.
Oh, I'm so glad you like it.
I'm not very good at cooking, so I don't spend much time on it. I want to be able to make delicious food as efficiently as you.
You're a working woman. Of course you can't spend much time on housework. I've taught Kevin basic housework, but he's spoiled and doesn't do anything himself, even though you work as well. I'm really sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm sure Kevin will do housework in time.
It's okay to complain a little, you know. Kevin is selfish and self-indulgent, and I really feel sorry for you. Today's story was about Kevin not washing the dishes, wasn't it?
Well, I complained too without thinking about Kevin's feelings.
It's okay. You should be more strict with him. Kevin should do more housework. You guys need to cooperate as a couple. You're too kind, Nicole. Well, I guess that's why Kevin is comfortable being with you.
Thank you for your concern. Although he's quite a formidable opponent, I'd like to talk it over with him patiently.
Thank you. I'm glad you're a really kind person. But don't take it too hard. If you have any problems, you can talk to me.
I understand. Oh, it looks like Kevin came back.
Well, take good care of him. You can scold him plenty.
Rachel, sorry to text you so late at night. Are you still awake?
Yes, I am. What's wrong at this hour?
Is Kevin at your place again by any chance?
What? No, he's not here today.
I see. He went to work and hasn't come home yet. I haven't heard anything from him. He doesn't answer his phone or read texts.
What? What do you mean?
I'm embarrassed to tell you this, but Kevin and I had another fight. When I came home from work today, I found a letter on my desk.
What did the letter say?
It said, "I'm divorcing you. Don't look for me."
What's that?
He is the kind of person who says divorce every time something happens. So I thought he would come home soon, and I just waited. But he hasn't come back yet. I thought he was at yours, but he wasn't.
I haven't heard anything, and he hasn't come. Even if he had, I wouldn't keep him until this late.
True. I thought he was bluffing again, so I didn't take it seriously. Maybe that was a bad idea. I'm sorry.
Well, he says he's going to divorce you so often that it's no wonder you wouldn't take it seriously. It's not your fault. So what was the reason for the fight?
He bought a watch worth over $10,000 without telling me.
$10,000?
Yes. I don't mind if he used his own money to buy it, but he took the liberty of withdrawing the money from the account we share as a couple. We were trying so hard to save money to buy a home, so I yelled at him. Then Kevin said, "I'm the one who earns the money to support you, so don't complain." And he started to lose his temper. But I'm not on Kevin's support.
He's not even that well paid. I really don't know what he's thinking. You have every right to be angry. It's Kevin who's at fault for spending the couple's money without permission. You did nothing wrong.
Yeah, I'm a little relieved to hear you say so. It's a bit like I got unusually mad myself.
He's a real pain in the ass, my son.
If he wasn't at your place, then where did he go? Most of his friends are married, so it's hard to imagine him visiting them at home.
No place I can think of either. He always used to come back to our house when something happened.
I know. It's this time of night, so I'm sure he wouldn't be wandering around outside.
I wonder if he's staying at a hotel or a motel?
Maybe. Or maybe he's seriously planning to divorce me and gone somewhere far away.
That's not true. Kevin always just talks. He never really intends to get a divorce.
I hope so.
He doesn't want to get a divorce, but runs away from home so carelessly. I'm sorry, Nicole. I guess I brought him up the wrong way.
Please don't apologize. It's not your fault. It's my fault too. I wasn't confronting Kevin properly. I was afraid he would say he would divorce me, so I tried to avoid arguments as much as possible. The truth was, I wanted to share the housework with him, but I ended up doing it myself.
Nicole, I'm Kevin's parent, so I don't know how to say this, but if you really can't forgive him, you can think about breaking up with him.
Rachel,
What he's doing is beyond all limits. I think of you as my own daughter, so I don't want you to push yourself too hard.
yes, thank you for your concern.
Oh, I know. If we use his computer, we might be able to find out where he is.
Computer?
He used to come home and mess around with his computer a lot. He probably got his computer and his phone synced up.
Oh, I see.
But if it's password protected, it could be a little tricky. I'll start up the computer and give it a try. I don't like the idea of looking at his computer, but it's the result of his doing.
I'm sorry about everything.
It's okay. You can count on me for this. I'll get the computer now. Just give me a minute. Hey, Nicole. Why aren't you looking for me? Hey. You saw my letter, didn't you? It's been a month since then. Look for me. Why are you acting like I don't exist?
Hey, Kevin, long time no see.
Why aren't you answering my calls?
I was on a loud and busy train just now.
You're the worst.
Huh?
Your husband left the house. I can't believe you didn't look for me at all.
Well, hey, you wrote a letter telling me not to look for you.
Are you stupid? Don't take it literally.
Well, you told me not to look for you, so I just did what I was told.
Ugh, you piss me off. Do you know how I've been feeling for the past month? I've been waiting for you to find me, you know?
But I contacted you right away at first, didn't I? It was you who didn't respond, wasn't it?
There's no way I could do such an uncool thing as responding right after I left. You should understand how guys feel a little.
I'm sorry. I'm so insensitive.
Damn, you're not sorry at all, are you? I'm really going to divorce you.
What? We're already divorced.
Huh?
I sent you divorce papers, but you didn't respond. So, the divorce was granted in absentia.
You're lying.
I'm glad you got what you wanted. You said over and over again that you were getting a divorce.
No. That was just a threat. I mean, you said you sent the papers. You knew where I was?
Yes, I did. Your mother looked up and found out.
My mother?
She wanted to know where you were, so she used your computer to locate your phone. On the computer at your parents' house.
What?
I got to look at it too, and it gave me the creeps.
What? Why?
You left your social media page logged in. You didn't even put a password on it. You're so unprotected.
No. That's not mine.
Well, there was your photo on the profile page. Your face was hidden, but I recognized you right away from the clothes you were wearing and the belongings you had with you. Especially since it was a perfect picture of the expensive watch you bought without consulting me.
Oh.
With a girl I've never seen before. Looks like you had a fun date with the girl. I was convinced after I saw that post that you're cheating on me.
Nicole, it's not true. That girl was just a friend. That's not the kind of relationship I can't tell people about. Just because we're in a photo together, you can't just decide that I was cheating on you.
I hired a detective to investigate.
A detective?
Your mother saw the post too. She said we should do a thorough investigation. We found out that you've been seeing her for the past 6 months, and that you've been staying with her since you left me. We've had everything checked out.
Oh no.
So I sent the paperwork to the address of your girlfriend. Apparently, you didn't look properly, huh?
It never occurred to me that you would send me divorce papers.
Well, I wanted to get rid of you as soon as possible, so I was lucky that the divorce was so easy.
Wait a minute. I don't want to break up with you.
I already broke up with you.
Why? You don't like me?
I did like you, but now I don't like you at all.
Nicole, let's talk again.
What are you talking about? There's nothing to talk about now. Why don't you just remarry the woman you cheated on me with?
I was just playing around with her.
Huh?
The reason why I said I would divorce you every time we fought was because I just wanted to confirm your love for me. I never really wanted a divorce. I left home because I believed you'd find me.
I'm so dumbfounded.
My current girlfriend doesn't have a regular job. She can't even do her own housework, so I have no desire to marry her. So please, start over with me. I'll go home now.
Most of your stuff is gone from my house.
Huh?
Your mother and the others moved it out. Besides, I'm getting ready to move out too.
Move out?
Because this house is too big for one person. This house is a rental, so I'm supposed to move out by the end of the month.
No. Give me a break. You can't just move out without consulting me.
What the hell are you saying? You're the one who left.
I was hoping you'd look for me.
I'm sick of that kind of thing. When we got into a fight, you instantly lost your temper, and you started talking about divorcing me. You thought if you said the word divorce, I'd listen to you, huh? At first, I didn't want to get a divorce, but thanks to your mother, I woke up. If you think you can get everything your way, you're wrong.
I get it, Nicole. I apologize for being so selfish. What do I have to do to get you to forgive me? I'll do whatever you say. If there's something you want me to do, just tell me.
Are you sure?
Yeah, whatever you want.
Then I want to cut ties with you.
What?
I don't ever want to see your face again. Don't even contact me. That's all I want.
No, that's not what I...
You'll do as I say, right? Well, I'm busy packing, so I gotta go.
Hold on, Nicole. Nicole!
Later on, it seems that Kevin broke up with his girlfriend and came back to our house. But the moving out was already finished, so he trudged home to his parents' house. However, his parents immediately kicked their son out of the house. He had no choice but to rent a small apartment and start living there. However, since Kevin had always left the housework and financial management to me, he couldn't manage anything by himself. In no time at all, the apartment became like a garbage dump, and his savings ran out. Even if he tried to ask for help, there was no one to give him a hand. Kevin was finally evicted from his apartment. He is now living a life of sleeping at a shabby motel. Furthermore, Kevin's parents paid me alimony on Kevin's behalf, and Kevin has fallen into debt. He is desperately earning money by working part-time at night, in addition to his day job, in order to pay off the debt. Rumor has it that he looks at least 10 years older than he really is, probably due to overwork. As for me, after my divorce, I rented an apartment near my workplace. I am enjoying the freedom of living alone. I still keep in touch with my mother-in-law and father-in-law, and sometimes have dinner with them. Though my marriage has failed, I would like to continue to be friends with my former in-laws.
Maddie, I heard you divorced Kenneth. I'm so happy to hear that.
What?
It's been a long time since the last time we talked. And that's your first line? Because it's good news for me. How can you be happy about your sister's divorce? Because your ex-husband is now mine. What? Don't you get it? I'm going to marry Kenneth. Marrying Kenneth? You have a husband, don't you? I've been divorced for a long time now. What? Since when? Wait, why did you get a divorce? That's none of your business. Anyway, I'm single now, so I can marry Kenneth whenever I want. I see. But first of all, do you even know about Kenneth? Of course! I met him at your wedding. What? You only met him that time? So what? Have you ever really talked to him? You didn't come to any of the relatives' gatherings. We only met at the wedding, so it was just greetings. You're getting married after only saying hi? Oh, meeting him once is enough. Kenneth works for a big company, right? And he's my type of handsome. I always thought he was too good for you. Really? Unlike me, you're boring and honestly kind of ugly. As I thought, you weren't a match for Kenneth. You got divorced within 2 years of getting married, right? Actually, I was the one who wanted a divorce. Oh, please! You sound like a loser! Well, since you are already divorced, the reason doesn't matter now. It's a good thing he dumped you. I'll be Kenneth's wife instead of you. Did you choose Kenneth because he was my husband? Well, that's one of the reasons. Come to think of it, you always stole everything from me. You've been so mean since we are kids. You even took the clothes and bags I bought. You always said we are sisters and should share. But you'll always make them yours in the end. Why am I the bad guy here? It can't be helped, right? It's just that I can't help but want what you have. So, you've been after my husband too? Oh, Kenneth is already divorced. There's no reason for you to complain about it. Okay, whatever. Of course, I'll invite you to the wedding too. We'll rent a more luxurious venue than yours. And I'm gonna wear the most gorgeous wedding dress. I'm gonna show you how perfect match we are as a good-looking couple. Oh, but if you see my too beautiful wedding dress, you might go crazy with jealousy. Oh my God, it will be so beautiful. You don't have to come to the wedding if you don't want to. That's fine. What about Kenneth's intentions? You've only met him once, right? No matter how much you love him, if he doesn't agree to marry you, I don't think it's possible. Don't worry! There isn't a man in the world who wouldn't fall in love with me. Wow, that's a lot of confidence. Well, unlike you, I'm beautiful. Every man I flirted with has fallen in love with me. I'm sure I can get even Kenneth to fall for me. Plus, Kenneth's mother also approves of me marrying him. What? His mother approves? That's right. To make sure that I can get married, I thought I'd better get his mother to like me first. I went to Kenneth's parents' house the other day. Wow, that's a lot of effort. I know, right? You didn't think I would go this far, don't you? Once I get his mother on my side, he's all mine. You're well prepared. But how did you know Kenneth's parents? Kenneth's mother has been sending Christmas cards to us every year. I took a picture of the address while my parents weren't there. And I visited the house. Oh, wow. You went that far. I'd do anything to get the husband of my dreams. And you know, his mother seems to really like me. She said she really wants me to be Kenneth's wife. Wow, she really said that? She also said she can't believe we are sisters. I guess it's better to have a beautiful wife for a son, right? Plus, I even suggested to live together once I married Kenneth. I wonder if she liked that idea. What? You're going to live with his mother? Why are you surprised? If I can get Kenneth, I don't mind living together. His mother seems like a kind person. I mean, she was mad at you for being such a cocky wife. She told me she always wanted to live with her son's family. But you've been rejecting living together all along. Well, then it's natural for his mother to dislike you. It's no wonder a caring son like Kenneth dumped you. Caring son, huh? Well, I'm already divorced. I don't care what Kenneth and his mother think. Oh, yeah? Well, the house you're living in is mine and his from today. I want you to leave now. What? Are you seriously going to marry him? I've been telling you that for a while. All your stuff is trash, so take it with you. I don't want Kenneth to remember you after seeing your stuff too. Make sure not to leave a single piece of trash behind. Oh my God, I'm thrilled. What? Thrilled? Aren't you upset? Not really. I'm gonna marry Kenneth and I'll be the happiest woman in this world. But you are going back to your lonely single life. Don't you get that? Oh well, I have completely moved on about Kenneth. I was going to move out anyway. Oh, my poor sister. You don't have to pretend so tough. I'm not pretending to be tough, but I can't leave right now. I have to get ready to move out too. Then move out within this month. You should be able to find a new place within 2 weeks. 2 more weeks. All right. I'll figure it out. I'm so glad you're divorced. It's like a dream to become Kenneth's wife. One last thing. It seems like you're trying to marry him without knowing anything about him. Don't regret it later. Huh? Why would I regret it? Just being your ex-husband and a man who works for a big company is enough reason to get married for me. I'm sorry for telling you my good news when you are having a miserable life. I will make sure to be happy for you. Hi, Maddie. It's almost the end of the month. How's the moving preparation going? You know what? We registered as a married couple the other day. See? It went just as I thought. Kenneth easily agreed to marry me. I guess men have a weakness for beautiful women. Everything went so smoothly. Maddie? Why don't you reply to me? I see. You're at work at this time, aren't you? Well, good luck with your work. Since I got married to Kenneth, I'm going to be a housewife. I've already quit my job. You didn't seem to want to quit your job even after you got married before. But Kenneth's mother told me that women should focus on housework. I think she's right. Kenneth works for a big company, so there's no need for me to work, right? Well then, I'll move in there from tomorrow. Make sure to take out all your trashy belongings, okay? Finally, Kenneth and I are starting our newlywed life. Hey, Maddie! What the hell is this? I just arrived at the house. This is not what you promised. Huh? What? I kept my promise. I left the house properly, didn't I? That's not what I'm talking about. The house is empty. All the furniture is gone. Kenneth said you took all of it. Oh, that's right. But you told me, didn't you? Make sure not to leave a single piece of trash behind. I did say that, but I was talking about your stuff. I never said you had to take all the furniture. I'm gonna live in the house from now on, so return the furniture. I can't. What? I already threw it all away. You threw it out? Yes, I did. I had a disposal company take care of it. Why? Because it was my stuff. What? The furniture in that house was stuff I bought before dating Kenneth. So it was mine. Whether I throw it away or sell it, it's my right, isn't it? But you don't have to throw everything away. I hesitated too. I used them since I was a student, so they were pretty beat up. You said all my stuff was trash too. And since my new place already has furniture, I decided to just get rid of it all. What an evil sister! You know that I'm going to live in that house, right? You threw away the furniture to spite me for taking Kenneth away from you. Evil sister? Look who's talking! Well, whatever. I'll just ask Kenneth to buy new furniture for me. Actually, I think I'll just order high-end furniture from abroad. Now that I think about it, I didn't even want your old furniture. It was actually convenient that you threw it all away. After all, he's a well-paid elite. Elite? Ex-elite, you mean? Ex-elite? You didn't know? Kenneth quit his job. What? Oh my God, you really didn't know? Kenneth quit his job? That's a lie, right? It's not a lie. But I never heard anything about it. Really? Maybe Kenneth kept it a secret from you on purpose. Wait, so Kenneth is unemployed? Yeah. If you are with Kenneth now, why don't you ask him yourself? When we started talking about divorce, Kenneth had a falling out with his co-workers. After a lot of trouble, he submitted a resignation letter. Really? Oh no! When I asked Kenneth, he said he quit a month ago. He also mentioned that he's currently looking for a new job. Seems like he's having trouble finding a new job. What the hell is going on? I thought he was still working at a big company. So you also quit your job the other day, huh? Well, best of luck to you both. How did you two unemployed people decide to get married? I can't believe it! You divorced Kenneth because he was unemployed, right? And yet you hid it from me and you tried to marry Kenneth to me. What are you talking about? It was your decision to get married. Besides, when I got divorced, Kenneth was still working at his company. But still, you knew he was going to quit, so it's the same thing. Well, I figured he'd be unemployed eventually, but I had other reasons for getting divorced. What other reasons? Because he's a mama's boy, and his mother's always bullied me. What? His mother didn't bully me much when Kenneth's father was still alive. But it got worse after her husband died. It kept getting worse and worse. A mama's boy husband and a bullying mother-in-law? That's the worst! I can't believe that I lasted 2 years in that marriage. Kenneth's mother kept imposing her ideal of what a perfect wife should be. She even complained about me working and criticizes my housework every time I do it. She just meddles in everything. Of course, Kenneth would always listen to her. I think the reason why Kenneth agreed to marry you is because his mother told him to. That's not true! But wait, I think he said something like, if that's what my mother wants. Now you know why I refused to live with his mother, right? Well, I understand why Kenneth wants to live with her. But living with that kind of mother-in-law would be the hell every day for me. Yes, I think so. But you're gonna live with her too, right? Oh no! You're the one who suggested it. You're pretty brave, huh? It's tough, but good luck. Wait a minute! I can't believe that she's a bully! She's always so nice to me. She was nice to me at first, too. But as soon as I got married to Kenneth, she started to complain about everything I did. She said now that I'm married, I'm supposed to do whatever my mother-in-law says. After her husband passed away, she started bullying me more. So, good luck to you. Wait, Maddie! I've decided to reconsider this marriage. What do you mean? Kenneth is all yours now. What? I can't stay married to jobless mama's boy, no matter how good-looking he is. You have a job. You can support Kenneth, who's unemployed, right? I'm sure you're a good match for Kenneth. What are you talking about? I'm already divorced from Kenneth. But it's tough to tell Kenneth that I want to end the marriage. Maybe if you and Kenneth go back together, it'll make everyone happy. Well, at least he and his mom. I don't think so. Besides, it's too late to panic now. You're the one who proposed to Kenneth, and the marriage process is already done, right? Kenneth's mother wants you to live together too. Yes, but my plans are messed up. I was supposed to marry an elite and handsome man and live the life of a wealthy housewife. Too bad it didn't work out. Kenneth has no income and his mother only has a small pension. I think it'll be impossible for you to be a full-time housewife. Well then, good luck. Wait, Maddie! What? Just get over it. Where do you live now? Huh? Tell me the address of your new house. Why? I've decided to leave Kenneth's house for now. So, can I stay at your house for a while? I've already moved out of my apartment and I can't go back to my parents' house. I don't have anywhere else to go. But that doesn't mean you have to depend on me. You're on your own. Don't be so cold. We're sisters, aren't we? After all the terrible things you've done, Now you're calling us sisters? Let's forget about the past. It's not that easy. Besides, I'm not even in the US anymore. What? I got transferred overseas. When I told my boss about the divorce, they asked me to go to a foreign branch that needs more staff. I wanted to start fresh in a new environment, so I agreed immediately. What the hell? I can't believe you went abroad without telling me. Why do I have to tell you? Because it's causing me problems. Maddie, can you come back here now? What? My parents disowned me when I divorced my previous husband. So if I married Kenneth, it was supposed to be all settled. I mean, I was gonna ask Kenneth to pay the alimony to my ex-husband. I don't know why you're telling me that now. But, I have to go to work. I'll leave you now. Bye. Wait! Maddie, please! Don't leave me behind! After that, it seems my sister tried to sneak out of the house. But she was caught by Kenneth, and her escape plan ended in failure. While she was living her newlywed life with a depressed feeling, her mother-in-law moved in and they started living together. I found out later that the reason my sister divorced her ex-husband was because she cheated on him. To pay the alimony she was charged at that time, my sister was in debt. It seems she thought that if she married Kenneth, he would also take care of her debt. But things didn't go as planned, and it ended up as a worse result. Now, my sister is working multiple part-time jobs while still supporting Kenneth, who is still unemployed. And it seems she's being bullied by her mother-in-law, living a hellish life. If she had known more about Kenneth in advance, I don't think she would have chosen to marry him. She rushed into it because he was my ex-husband, so it was her own fault. As for me, I'm enjoying living alone abroad. If I meet someone, I may consider remarrying. But for the time being, I'm gonna enjoy my single life without any worries.
The wedding tomorrow? Cancel it. Huh? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Exactly what I said. I won't allow a shabby girl like you to marry my son. Shabby? That's not even funny. I'm not joking. I'm serious. Call it off. I'm your mother-in-law and I'm telling you this, so listen to me. I don't know why you'd say that. The wedding is tomorrow. We can't call it off now. Didn't you even give your blessings for our marriage? You said you'd trust me with Elon. You're so stubborn. What? Of course I was just being nice. And yet you really want to marry Elon? He's an elite company worker who graduated from a prestigious university. Why should he marry a poor woman like you? Poor woman? I am not a poor woman. Stop lying just because you want to marry Elon. At your age, you don't even have any savings anyway, do you? That's not true. I know you're just trying to get at his money by marrying him. That's not going to happen. Trying to get at his money? It's true that he's a very talented man and has a high income. But I'm not attracted to him because of his income. I'm marrying him because I'm attracted to his personality. You're so transparent. I can see your ulterior motives. I don't have any ulterior motives. I respect and love him with all my heart. Even if he had a low income, I'd still marry him. I'm not so sure about that.
What?
You can say whatever you want, can't you? The fact is, Elon has a high income. It's no wonder a poor girl like you would be attracted to him.
I'm telling you, you're wrong. I'm not poor. Why are you so clueless?
You are really trying to cover it up. Surely you're trying to hide your true nature as a poor woman. You put a lot of effort into your appearance and clothing. But if you are going to do it, you should have made sure that you are not the only one. Poor people aren't very smart and don't really think it through.
Not only me? What's your point?
When I saw you at the face-to-face meeting, I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
You couldn't believe what?
Your mother. What a shabby mess. I shuddered to think that I would have someone like that as a relative.
Don't talk about my mother. She was so busy with work, she didn't have time to change her clothes. She came to the restaurant for our meeting.
It must be hard. You're so poor that you have to work 3 part-time jobs.
Who told you that?
No one needs to tell me that. She was so shabbily dressed.
She said she had to work all night that day. By the time she came to the restaurant, her makeup was still pretty decent.
Well, I feel sorry for her because she probably only has a part-time job. You're a poor girl who could only fix her appearance, and your mother didn't even have time to do that. The poor family. It was pretty funny.
Please don't make fun of my mother. My mother is in a respectable profession.
Oh, excuse me. Whatever her job is, it's a noble profession. But when it comes to my son's wife's mother, it's a different story. She's a shabby-looking part-timer.
My mother is not a shabby person, and I don't think you should judge people based on their occupation alone.
What a beautiful thing to say. Anyway, I don't approve of my son marrying a poor, uneducated girl. You should know your place in this world.
My place?
That's right. If you're not going to consider that and call off the wedding, then I'll just have to do something about it. Just keep that in mind.
What do you mean?
Just quietly bow out or you'll be sorry. If you don't cancel the wedding, you're going to regret it. So take my advice and call off the ceremony right now.
Hold on just a minute. Elon, we're in trouble. I don't know what to do.
Aurora, what's wrong? Are you freaking out about the wedding tomorrow?
This is no time for jokes.
What do you mean?
I got a message from your mother today.
From Mom? What did she say?
She wants me to cancel the wedding tomorrow.
Huh?
Of course, I said I couldn't. And then she said a lot of things.
What things?
To put in a nutshell, she doesn't approve of our marriage. She's embarrassed because my mother is a shabby woman. She said if I don't call it off, she'll do something about it tomorrow. Something like that, I guess.
Huh? What's that? That woman's been ruining my life since forever. I really didn't want her to be involved in our marriage in the first place. But she's my mother, so that wasn't really an option.
Me neither. I don't care what she says about me, but when she starts talking about my mom, it really threw me off. Plus, I'm worried about what's going to happen at the wedding tomorrow. Your mother, what is she going to do?
I don't know what she's thinking. She's got her head screwed on wrong. I was a little relieved when she was quiet at the meeting, but I guess I shouldn't have been. But it's okay. I'll make sure to tell my dad about this.
You're sure?
Of course it's okay. I'm not gonna let her cause any trouble for you or your family. I'll have my dad keep an eye on my mom. You don't need to worry.
Really? That's good, but I'm kind of worried.
Aurora, it's our long-awaited wedding. Let's make it a fun and memorable day.
Yeah, you're right. Gotcha. I'll leave it to you to take care of your mother.
Yeah.
Okay then, see you tomorrow. I'll be there a little earlier than you because I have to do hair and makeup. Call me when you get there.
Okay, I'll do that.
You really did it this time, didn't you? You're so sneaky, aren't you?
Oh, Aurora, what's wrong all of a sudden? How dare you call your mother-in-law sneaky? What a foul-mouthed girl you are.
When something like this happens, anybody gets foul-mouthed. What's the meaning of this?
What's the meaning of what?
Please don't be so smug. You snuck into the bride's room, didn't you?
What's the bride's room?
It's the room where the bride changes. That's where you scribbled on my dress, didn't you? Since you drew on my pure white dress with a magic marker, I can't wear it, can I?
What? I would never do such a thing.
Only my mother-in-law would do such a thing.
How dare you be so rude to the groom's mother? Stop making strange accusations. Maybe some kid just did some graffiti.
Then why were you at the wedding hall so early? Yesterday you said if I didn't call off the wedding, you'd have to do something about it. You came before anyone else and scribbled graffiti on my dress so that the ceremony couldn't take place, didn't you?
I told you it wasn't me. What time I show up is my business, isn't it?
What happened to my father-in-law?
Your father-in-law wakes up late, so I came before him.
Oh, come on, give me a break.
Why are you asking about your father-in-law?
No reason.
But then the wedding will be canceled, right? That's great. Actually, the reason I came so early was I just wanted to check if your wedding would be canceled or not.
You're so obvious.
It's not right to blame me out of spite.
Sneaking into my room? How dare you sneak into my room and write graffiti on my dress? This is a matter that will definitely get you sued.
Sue me? I think that's a bit dramatic. Besides, there is no proof that I did it. I'd appreciate it if you'd stop trying to make people look bad based on speculation.
I am not speculating.
I don't know what you're talking about when you have no proof.
If it's evidence you want, I have it.
Huh?
Are you forgetting that this is a wedding hall?
What do you mean?
There are a lot of security cameras inside this wedding hall. You entered through the front entrance, and the camera caught you entering the bride's room.
What?
You scribbled on the dress, didn't you?
Huh?
That's right, isn't it?
Yes, I did. I did it because there was no way I was going to let you marry Elon. Something wrong with that? You're a mean person, so I figured you wouldn't listen to a word I had to say. I knew you'd never listen to me and would go ahead with the wedding. I messed up the dress so that there would be no wedding.
Are you going to try to justify it? How pathetic. My mother is furious too.
Oh, is your miserable mother with you? If so, tell your mother.
What?
I will not approve with my son marrying your poor daughter. You should know your level of life. Tell her that.
Oh my God. How far do you have to go to insult my mother?
Stop taking it out on me. If you have a problem with that, why don't you tell your mother? It would be a problem for Elon, an elite company employee, to marry a girl with such a shabby and poor mother.
You're terrible. You've gone too far now. I don't care if you're talking about me, but if you insult my mother to that extent, I won't stand for it.
Then let's pretend this marriage never happened.
Excuse me?
If you're so angry that you can't stand it, you should not get married to Elon, right? After marrying Elon, you will become his wife and your mother-in-law's servant.
Huh? Servant?
Of course. I am your mother-in-law. I'm your husband's mother. But I don't want a cocky servant who won't listen to me. Pretend the marriage never took place and get out of here.
I will never be your servant. I'm not calling off the wedding either, no matter what. I promise you that. Are you still saying that? You're a persistent one, aren't you? I'll say it again. Get out of this wedding hall. You are too much. Just get out. I understand. Your miserable mother can leave with you. The wedding is about to be canceled. I'll leave the ceremony soon too. Wow, that's too bad. Hey, Mom. Oh, Elon. Why haven't you come home yet, even though the wedding is canceled? I prepared a lot of snacks to celebrate the cancellation of the wedding. Please come home soon with your father. Oh, and of course, don't bring that poor woman. What are you talking about? The wedding went well. Huh? Why? I thought something like this might happen. I had the staff of the wedding hall prepare a spare dress for us. A spare dress? How is that possible? I got a call from Aurora yesterday. I had a bad feeling about this, so I called the wedding hall and asked them to do it. It was a close call. Why are you sticking your nose in this? This is all for your sake. What is for my sake? I want to marry Aurora. What's wrong with you? Even Dad is furious. He can't believe it. What? Your father? Why? Because he's indebted to Aurora. Indebted to Aurora? What? What are you talking about? Your father has nothing to do with Aurora. What does your father, a high-income elite man, owe such a poor person? Maybe he was set up by that poor woman or something. Oh, your poor father. How selfish you are. How could Dad put up with you all this time? Huh? Judging from talking to you, you don't even know he was looking for a job, do you? Job hunting? He's been working at the top of a prestigious company for years. He doesn't need to be looking for a job. You don't know much about Dad. Dad's company went bankrupt due to the recession. What? When? A year ago. Why did he keep such an important thing from me? He told you over and over again. What on earth were you listening to? Huh? You've only thought about yourself. Dressed up in brand name clothes, going out and playing around when Dad would be coming home from work. You were always so busy with your favorite bartender, weren't you? Why would you bring that up? Why would anyone act so obvious? Dad actually checked into it. I can't believe he didn't divorce you. No way, you're kidding. Did he know? Are you stupid? Anyone could see what you were doing. It's the same with the dress today. That's how honest I am. My feelings are expressed with my whole self. How can Aurora be the one that your father owes a favor to? I'm really dumbfounded. I'd better ask Aurora to explain this. Huh? What do you mean? Elon? Hello, mother-in-law. It's me. Why are you with Elon? Well, yeah, of course. We just finished the wedding, so we would be together, wouldn't we? You're always getting on my nerves. How could my husband be indebted to someone like you? I am your husband's boss. Huh? What are you talking about? My husband works for a prestigious company. There's no way a poor girl like you is his boss. Didn't you hear what Elon said earlier? Your husband's company was hit hard by the recession and went bankrupt a year ago. Really? And he was lamenting the fact that he was getting older. Right around that time, there was a vacancy in my department. We needed to fill it as soon as possible, regardless of age. So I approached him. To your company? That's right. We had been doing business with the company your husband worked for some time. He knew most of the work we were doing, so the process went smoothly. After consulting with the company executives, I interviewed him. What? Why should you interview him? Isn't that too rude? Because I'm the head of the department. Department head?
Don't make me laugh. You're just an ordinary employee. You can't possibly be the department head.
Normally, I would be. I joined this company on my mother's recommendation.
Your mother? That miserable mother? What are you talking about? I don't understand.
I think you are mistaken. My mother is a lawyer.
Lawyer? You've got to be kidding.
I'm not joking, it's true. She forgets about her appearance when she is absorbed in her work. So I guess she looks shabby.
What?
By the way, I graduated from a famous national university. I'm fluent in several languages. My mother, who is a corporate lawyer, recommended me for the job.
Is it true?
It's true. Of course, since she recommended me, I worked very hard. So I was recognized in many ways and became a department head exceptionally early. I was the one who recommended my father-in-law to the company. It was a miracle that we had a vacancy just when he lost his job. That has helped me a lot in my work.
Does this type of thing even happen?
It does happen. I'm so glad I was able to help my father-in-law. He is a man of great achievements. Needless to say, he was an immediate asset to our company. I don't know which one of us is the boss.
I can't believe you're his superior. More importantly, I can't believe your mother is a lawyer.
Oh yes, I have a message from my mother.
What message?
The wedding hall is demanding compensation from you for the graffiti on the dress today.
Me? You rented the dress, didn't you? Then shouldn't you be the one to pay?
No, you entered the bridesmaid's room without permission. The graffiti was deliberate, so they're making a claim against you. And we have the evidence from the security cameras.
Oh no, that's terrible.
You will also be charged for the emotional distress you caused me just before the wedding.
What? There's no way I can pay that.
You will pay it. You're in perfect health, aren't you? You can make money any way you want.
What?
My mother is a lawyer. There's no way you're getting out of this, so do whatever you have to do to pay it.
Oh no, I'll ask your father-in-law.
Ask my father-in-law?
Because I've never worked. It would be quickest and easiest to ask your father-in-law to pay for it, wouldn't it?
How self-centered are you? Last night, he told you that he absolutely wanted to go together and to not just go by yourself.
Oh, really? Did he say that? How did you know that?
Because I talked to Elon. You broke your promise and went to the wedding by yourself without permission. You tried to ruin the wedding by scribbling graffiti on my dress. My father-in-law is even more upset than Elon.
What?
I'm terribly sorry to tell you this, but he's thinking of divorcing you.
Divorce? Why should I get a divorce? You shouldn't be happier than me. Defying me, your mother-in-law, and marrying Elon is something that needed to be addressed severely.
No, I don't understand. Listen, before blaming me, think carefully about what you have done. As Elon said earlier, there are more than enough reasons for you to get divorced.
Why did you do this to me?
Before coming and messing up our wedding, didn't you have more important things to do?
Huh?
Because you didn't even know that your husband's company went bankrupt. You were playing around all night and spending money on everything. You didn't listen to your husband or your son. I can't imagine how hard it was for them. Have you ever thought about it?
Well, that's...
When your husband came to our company, he looked exhausted. Of course, there was the stress of the bankruptcy of his previous job, but I think most of the stress came from my selfish mother-in-law.
What? Even if that were true, I don't want you to talk to me like that.
I see. Then you can talk to him yourself.
Wait a minute. My husband? He's angry, right? Really angry?
Of course he is. Both your husband and Elon are furious. Also, the person in charge of the ceremony is here. Go back to the wedding hall right now and discuss the matter of reimbursement for the dress and so on.
Well, then, it would really help out if you could be there too.
Huh?
I'd like you to join the discussion so that I don't get divorced. I need you to convince the two of them. I'm not looking for a divorce, okay? You're going to be my daughter-in-law today, right? You have to help me.
How selfish can you be? I can't deal with a person like you anymore. I have no intention of helping you. Also, Elon is going to cut ties with you forever.
Huh? You're lying, right? Elon? She's not lying. I can't deal with you anymore. I'm tired of all the trouble you've caused me, Dad, and Aurora. Take responsibility for what you've done.
Elon, don't say that. You're my only son.
From now on, we're strangers. Well then...
Then I will end this chat. From now on, you're on your own. Goodbye. After that, my mother-in-law came running to the wedding venue, crying and begging not to be divorced and insulated. But my father-in-law and Elon were so determined that they signed the divorce papers in the presence of my mother, the lawyer. Elon will marry into my family, thus severing all ties with his mother. She was given a share of the property in the divorce. However, my mother-in-law had been spending a lot of money over the years on young, cute guys. She had to pay a huge amount of money for compensation, including the cost of paying for the dress. She went to work and learned firsthand how to appreciate money. After that, Elon and I moved out, and my father-in-law started living alone nearby. Now that my mother-in-law is out of the picture, everyone can live life in peace. Mother-in-law, I just finished dropping off the dry cleaning you asked me to do. I'm on my way home now. Is there anything you need? I'll stop by the supermarket if you want.
Gina, that's not important. The laundry hasn't been taken down from drying. It's almost evening and you're not finished with your chores. You'd better bring it in soon.
I was going to do that too, but you told me to take the laundry to the cleaners. You said to go get the dry cleaning done right away.
Did I?
That's right.
Well, that doesn't mean to neglect the other laundry. You must have skipped doing it.
I wasn't slacking off.
You're always making excuses, aren't you? It's almost sunset, and you still didn't take in the laundry. You should just come home and finish folding it.
Okay, but...
What? Are you trying to talk back to me?
No, I understand.
And of course, you have to finish the other chores, don't you?
Yeah, I haven't vacuumed yet.
Huh? You were so slow, aren't you? How is it possible that you haven't even finished cleaning? What in the world have you been doing all day?
What do you mean? I made breakfast and went shopping. I did the errands you asked me to do, but then it was already noon. I rushed to cook lunch, cleaned up halfway through the day, and hung up the laundry. While I was doing that, you asked me to drop off the dry cleaning. I just finished that, and now I'm asking you if you need anything extra just in case. I was just asking if you needed anything else.
You make it sound like it's my fault. Don't blame me for your slowness.
I didn't mean it that way. You asked me what I was doing, and so I told you.
Oh my God. I said, you said. You're so mouthy. All you can do is housework, so do it right. If you can't even do your chores, I'll kick you out of the house.
No, but...
Okay? You're not good looking, you're slow, you're lazy, and you're a nobody. You should be thankful that I'm letting you stay here. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Then get your ass home and get it done. If you're late making dinner, you'll be in even more trouble.
Okay. Mother-in-law, I'm really sorry if I'm wrong, but I want to ask just to be sure. Did you go into our room by any chance?
So what if I did? Is there a problem?
I don't know. We told each other we wouldn't go into each other's rooms. It's how we can live together.
Is that right?
That's right. Besides, things are obviously missing. If it was just a few things, I guess maybe I would think I lost them. But, I mean, half of my clothes are gone. And my favorite hats, bags, scarves, and accessories. I thought I had put them away in a safe place, but they're gone. I've looked all over the room, but I can't find them anywhere. Do you know where they are?
Oh, I threw them away.
What? Why would you do that?
Because you're a lazy person, and if you have a lot of stuff, then you can't keep up with the cleaning, can you? So I made it easier for you to clean. It's for your own good. You should be grateful.
Oh no. I bought those things little by little. I cherished every one of them. Why would you do that? Throw them away without asking?
Because you have Carl. Why do you need to dress up? You're not having an affair, are you?
Please stop it. I would never cheat on him.
I love Carl, so you better not be.
I just like to dress up. Carl understands that. Especially I like accessories and other small things. Carl bought many of them for me. I really cherish them. I never thought you'd throw them away without asking.
I can't believe you have so many fancy things. Did Carl really buy them for you?
Yes, I wouldn't lie about something like that, would I?
Carl. I don't know why he's so sweet to you. If you have a t-shirt, a hoodie, and some jeans, that would be enough. There's no need to keep the extra stuff. I'm glad I threw it away.
Huh? What do you mean?
Because you guys will break up. You can't move on if you have things that were bought for you, right? It's better to have no memories.
Huh? What are you talking about? I've never thought of breaking up with Carl. Please don't say something like that. I get that you don't like me, but I'm not going to break up with him for you.
What are you talking about? Carl will do whatever I say. Of course he'll listen to me. He's such a good boy, you know. If I tell him to leave you, he'll divorce you in a heartbeat.
That's not true. I believe in Carl's love for me.
Well, if you want to believe that, go ahead. I think it's you who will be hurt later.
Mother-in-law, did I do something to offend you? If you have something on your mind, please speak up.
No, nothing.
Oh?
I was against it even before you got married.
Oh? Was it that you didn't want Carl taken away from you?
So what? I didn't want him to marry you anyway.
Okay.
And yet his father said, Carl has met a nice girl. If it's her, I'm all for it. Carl said he wouldn't marry unless it was you. I had no choice but to let him marry you. My feelings for you haven't changed since then. You're not worthy to be Carl's wife.
Oh.
But his father passed away last year, right? That's why I decided you two need to break up, even if it took this long.
What are you talking about?
Because without his father, who's the most senior person in this house? It's me, of course. What I say is law.
Mother-in-law, it's true you own this house, but you can't ask me to divorce him.
You're a persistent one, aren't you? I pick on you a lot. I thought you'd just up and leave. You've got guts, don't you?
You were intentionally harassing me, weren't you?
Obviously. I told you already. I've never accepted you as his wife, not even for a second. If you still don't want to leave after I say all this, I'm going to work you even harder, so get ready for it.
Let me make this clear. I have no intention of divorcing Carl.
You say so, huh? Do you want to fight me that badly? Then you'd better be prepared.
If you hate me so much, why did you ask me to live with you? You don't want to be in the same space with me, do you?
Of course I don't like it. Don't you get it? You are such an idiot. I don't want to live with you, but more than that, it's because I wanted to live with Carl.
What?
Because my husband passed away. I pretended to be lonely. After we three moved in together, I was planning to kick you out. Carl and I can live happily together as mother and son.
Oh my God. I didn't know you were thinking about that. I won't keep quiet about it.
Go ahead and say whatever. It won't make any difference. I'll make your life hell until you are begging to leave this house. I'm looking forward to it. Hey, what the hell are you doing? Anyway, call me right now. Hey, are you listening to me? You've got some nerve ignoring me. You know what it's about, don't you? Carl and your stuff are missing. I wouldn't have any complaints if you just left. That's not what this is about. Hey, you're my daughter-in-law and you're still ignoring me? I won't let you get away with this. Hi, Mom. It's Carl. I finally got a reply. I seriously don't understand why you're pretending to be Carl. Instead of that, hurry up and explain what you think you're doing. I'm not pretending. I'm Carl. I'm the one texting on Gina's phone. Huh? Are you really Carl? That's what I said. Why? Gina was having a hard time with you. She didn't even tell me at first. She said she didn't want to speak ill of my mom. But then she started crying. And then she started to tell me about her interactions with you. She even showed me these texts. Huh? You're saying you saw the text between me and Gina? We're a married couple. There's nothing strange about that. Mom, I warned you many times before. I told you I wouldn't allow you to bully Gina. I thought you'd change your ways since then. Actually, you just pretended to be a good mother in front of me. But when you were alone with Gina, I didn't realize that you were bullying her by text. Mom, you've been pushing Gina to do all the housework. And now you want me to divorce her and kick her out of the house? You can't do anything on your own, and you depend on Gina for everything. How can you say such things? I'll never forgive you for what you did to my wife. Carl, what do you mean you won't forgive me? Not only Gina. I decided to leave the house as well. What are you talking about? It's enough that Gina's leaving. What are you talking about, Mom? We're a couple. I never thought about leaving Gina. I have to stay with Gina. Then what about me? My husband's dead, and I have only you to rely on. You're abandoning me. That's what you said when Dad died. That's why we decided to move in with you. You're still young, and I didn't think you'd want us to live with you. But Gina is very kind, and she said, "But it's your mother. You should help her." So I didn't mind at all. And yet, even with all of Gina's kindness, you bullied her. What were those awful texts, Mom? I can't believe you. It's not true. It's a misunderstanding. How? That was me educating Gina. Huh? Educating her? Gina is so slow. You see? She's so relaxed, isn't she? That's why I was helping her to do her chores faster. Helping? How can you say that? You left everything to Gina and just sat around watching TV. You were just eating snacks and laying around, weren't you? Gina takes great care of the house. It's always spotless. Her cooking is great. She doesn't need to be educated at all. To me, she gets 100 points. But you don't like it. That's why we're leaving. No. She's probably cheating on you because you spoil her like that. Huh? That isn't true. I'm really fed up with all your lies. It's not lies. She's married to you. But she dresses up so much and has so many fancy accessories. Don't you think it's suspicious? Okay. You think she's cheating on me just because of that? Gina likes to dress up. And I'm happy when I see Gina dressing up and having fun. I want her to stay beautiful forever. We go shopping together and I give her gifts. There's nothing fishy about it at all, so please, don't make yourself sound any more ridiculous than you already do. Besides, if you say Gina is cheating on me, do you have any proof? I have no proof. If you say any more hurtful things without any proof, I'll never forgive you for the rest of my life. Oh, Carl, do you know who's the most senior person in this house? Huh? Even you, my son, are not allowed to disobey me. Do you understand that? No, and I don't want to. I really feel sorry for you, thinking you have that kind of power over me. It's sad. Huh? Why should you feel sorry for me? I just want you to be happy. Gina is not the one who can make you happy. Wake up, Carl. You're the one who needs to wake up, Mom. Don't you realize that I love Gina? I'm not going to divorce Gina no matter what you say. I've already made up my mind. I'll cut off my ties with you. Ha, Carl. You don't know what you're talking about. Your own mother who gave birth to you? You can't do that. I won't allow anyone to hurt Gina, no matter who they are. Carl, wake up. That's what Gina told you to say, right? That's too harsh even for her. It's not. It was all my decision. Actually, even though you said all those terrible things to her, Gina was trying to stop me from leaving the house. What? But I'm worried about Gina's heart. I asked her to leave the house with me. I convinced Gina to leave the house. Oh no, wait a minute. I've been wanting to tell you, but I've been holding back. There's a reason I wanted you guys to get divorced. Reason? What reason? You've been married for several years. And yet, you haven't shown any signs of having kids, have you? I can only assume it's because of that girl anyway. If that's the case, I think it would be better for you to leave her and remarry a younger woman. I think it would be better for you to remarry a woman who can bear a child. You know, we've never tried to have a child before. We didn't dare to try to have children until now. What? Why? It's because of you, of course. What? Me? You wouldn't be kind to Gina even if she was pregnant. For the safety of the child, she thought it would be better not to have a baby while we're living with you. We both agreed about that. Even if she does give birth to a child, I don't want my kids to see their grandmother picking on their mom. I wouldn't do that. How can you say that? Who's going to believe you? You and I are going to have to live separately from now on. And I think it's time to start thinking seriously about having kids. Even if we have a baby, I won't let you see them. Why not? I'm their grandmother. That's awful. Have you forgotten? I told you already that I'm cutting ties with you. There's no need to be so angry. Whose fault is it that I'm angry? I'm sorry. Maybe I said a little too much to Gina. It's not me you need to apologize to. Besides, even if you apologize now, it won't change how we feel about you. I have no intention of contacting you at all in the future. And you, Mom, don't ever show your face to us again. We'll be estranged from you as of today. From now on, you're free to live on your own. Huh? Are you kidding me? Carl! Carl! Wait, I'm sorry about your wife. Long time no see. How are you?
Huh? Who is it?
Don't tell me you've forgotten me. I'm just a poor mother who lost her precious son to you.
Oh, mother-in-law.
That's right. You seduced my son into leaving home with you. I can't tell you how much I missed him. But I heard about you. I heard you're having a baby.
What? How did you know that?
I heard it from an acquaintance. He said, I heard your son is having a baby. Congratulations. That's what they said to me. Do you know how it feels to hear that from a stranger? I've been lonely every day because I was suddenly left alone. You had a baby and lived happily ever after.
Can I go now?
Huh? I just contacted you.
Even if I get a text from you, I'm supposed to ignore it. Carl told me to ignore it, so I'll leave now.
Carl didn't say that. Then I'll just tell you what I want. It won't take long. I've been frantically searching for you both.
Huh?
You've had enough fun already. From now on, I'll raise the baby.
Please don't joke about that. I will never let you see the baby.
How can I joke about that? From now on, it will be just me, Carl, and my grandson.
That's crazy. You're still the same as ever, aren't you? I won't let you do what you want. Carl and the baby are my family. There is no way I will let them live with you.
You're still talking so rudely. Prepare yourself.
Mother-in-law, where are you now? Mother-in-law, please contact me.
What? I'm finally happy now. Don't interrupt me.
How did you find out where we live?
I hired a detective. He's a pro. He found you right away. I'm really glad he did.
You went that far? This is kidnapping. You think you can get away with this?
What are you talking about? This can't be kidnapping. What's wrong with me taking my grandchild? I'll protect him from now on. You don't have to worry about anything. Bye. Gina, stop for a second. Why are you screaming? Because of it, they'll think I'm a kidnapper. Please, stop it.
You are a kidnapper.
I'm the one who finally found you. What's wrong with you giving me back the most important thing in my life? I just want to live with Carl and my grandchild, that's all.
My son has been kidnapped. Someone call the police.
What?
Please return my child. My son is my reason for living. I don't care what happens to me. Just want to protect my son.
Hey, please, don't do this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll return the child.
It's too late. The neighbors called the police and they're coming for you. It's only a matter of time before they catch you.
Oh no, they're coming for me?
You took my baby, of course they are.
I just wanted to see my grandson. What's wrong with that?
How can you say that? You climbed up on our balcony. You climbed up and broke in through an upstairs window without permission. That's a crime.
What's wrong with that? You're so annoying. I really hate you. I hate you.
Do you realize the situation you're in, mother-in-law? You're about to be arrested by the police. How dare you speak so hatefully to me?
Arrested? I won't be arrested.
What are you talking about? My mother-in-law, whom I thought I had severed ties with, has kidnapped my child. This is a huge crime. I've asked the police to make sure you'll never have access to us again. I've told them specifically. Don't do that! I'm your family! I said we cut ties with you. Please! Please don't send the police to me! In the meantime, the police arrived. I left everything to the police. I'm so glad that my son is back safe and sound. I'm going to make sure that my mother-in-law will never have access to us again. But just to be on the safe side, we decided to buy a house in a place that she doesn't know about. We will never see her again, but we will live happily together as a family.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.